Welcome to my meditation. I've committed to meditating every day for myself personally, and I decided to do it live here on YouTube so that you can join me if you want to. If you want to commit to meditating every day, I'd love to have you meditate with me. There is a power to meditating together, even if you're doing it at a different time to me. Time isn't actually real in this experience, so we're still meditating together even if you're watching the replay. I've changed the name from awareness meditation, higher self-awareness meditation, to self-love meditation, because the guides were talking about that yesterday, and so let's do that. I'm going to go for about half an hour, and then directly afterwards I'll be doing a live stream for the members of this channel only, in which I'll be giving readings. If you'd like to be a part of that, then just click that join button below in the next half hour and you'll be invited to it. Well, let's get going. Meditation is easier when we calm the nervous system first, so let's do that. So taking some deep breaths in first of all, closing your eyes, let's let go. Breathing in and letting it all go. And breathing in again. And letting go. Another deep breath in. And letting go. Now let's move our conscious awareness around our body, relaxing our body in each part as we go. If you find you're holding or there's tightness there, we can just relax, and we will be relaxing the nervous system even more so that this meditation is faster to get into, easier to get into. So let's start off in our left toes of our left foot, moving into the arch of the left foot, and then into the heel, into the ankle, up the calf to the knee, from the left knee up the thigh to the hip, feeling your femur relax within the hip socket of your left hip. Moving around to the glute, feeling whatever the glute is resting on, whether you're sitting or laying down, and then feeling that muscle melt away, allowing itself to be supported by whatever it's on. Moving across to the right hip now, feeling that femur within the right hip socket and just relaxing that. No need to hold the legs. Moving around the back to the glute, feeling whatever it's resting on and letting it melt away. Allow it to be supported by whatever it's on. From there, let's move down the right thigh to the knee, down the calf, from the knee to the ankle, from the ankle to the heel, and down the instep to the right toes, and then out. Let's move into the left fingers now, moving up the palm of the left hand, up the thumb and down the thumb again, to the wrist. From the wrist up all those little muscles of the forearm to the elbow. From the left elbow up the bicep to the left shoulder, relaxing the left shoulder down and away from the ear. And then moving across the back of the shoulders to the right shoulder again, relaxing it away from the ear. Just feel it moving down. Moving from the right shoulder down the bicep to the elbow. From the elbow down all of those little muscles of the right arm, forearm to the wrist. From the wrist, let's go up the thumb and then down the thumb again to the palm of the hand. And then out through the fingers. Let's take a deep breath into the belly now, expanding the belly as big as it can get. And then as you release that breath, relaxing the belly. Second deep breath in, this time into the chest and the upper back. Expand it, make yourself as big as possible. Lat spread. And then relaxing it all as you breathe out. Starting at the bottom of the spine, let's move up the spine now and just making yourself taller, stretching the spine out. When we get up to the neck, let's move our right ear to our right shoulder. Then the left ear to the left shoulder. Let's look over the right shoulder now. And over the left shoulder. Back straight, let's look down to the navel. And then up to the stars. Finding a neutral position for your head now so that your neck is relaxed. Let's move into the jaw. You might want to open your mouth wide and waggle your jaw from side to side to release it. Might crack and pop like mine. Then closing the jaw, resting your tongue lightly on the roof of your mouth. Let's move up through the cheeks to the eyeballs, feeling them go back and down. Relaxing in the eye sockets, up to the eyebrows, feeling them relax down and apart. Relaxing the forehead and up to the scalp, feeling the whole of the scalp relax down. Feeling the ears move down ever so slightly toward the shoulders. And now moving our consciousness to the third eye, which is a point just between the eyebrows and slightly up. Now we want to keep this conscious focus, which is exercising our conscious mind. That's the part of the mind that we have conscious control of. Noticing the distractions as they come along, whether they're sounds outside, like the power tools going on, whether they are bodily sensations, like tingles and itches, or whether it's a subconscious mind with its negative narrative reminding you what you should be doing instead. Just noticing all of these distractions. You might like to name them. That can help to remain present. If you do find that you've drifted off and gone along with the subconscious mind on those thought trips, just bring yourself gently back and accepting that it's part of the human condition. It doesn't make you bad at meditation. Meditation is about bringing yourself back to conscious awareness. And this acceptance of the human condition and of the distractions, being okay about that, not beating ourselves up about it, not making ourselves wrong for it, just noticing it. And then coming back to who we really are, which is our consciousness, our conscious focus, the part of us that decides what we think about and focus on. And this is how we're practicing self-love, because it's all about self-acceptance as we are. However we're feeling, whatever we're thinking, whether we're distracted or not, we can love and accept ourselves. You might like to notice the difference between the subconscious mind. Those thoughts come up when we've got a very busy mind. It has a negative focus because it's there to protect us. And comparing that and noticing the nuanced difference between that and the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind is our higher self, source, guides, intuition, inspiration, ideas. It's got a positive focus. And it happens when we are very deep in meditation, when we've had a clear mind for a while. Many people struggle with knowing the difference between intuitive thought and the subconscious mind. And in meditation, we can practice noticing the differences between them. We literally don't have access to the superconscious mind unless we're in a conscious state. We're not trying to quieten the mind while we're in meditation, because the more you fight the subconscious mind, the more it will fight back. We're just noticing it, what it's saying, what it wants us to know, how it wants to protect us, and then bringing ourselves back to consciousness. So accepting the subconscious mind and its distractive nature, just accepting it, that allows it to quieten down when it's heard. Some days you might find your meditation is difficult. Subconscious mind is always going on and on and on. In which case it's a good meditation because you get lots of practice to bring yourself back to conscious awareness. Some days you might find that your mind quietens down easily, in which case it's a good meditation, you get that experience. Some days your meditation you might get to a really blissful state and feel an emotion of gratitude. The thing is not to reach for these states and these outcomes in the meditation. Just be curious and see what happens. Be curious and present and see what happens. See what it is today. Because Because when we try and chase anything, it runs. When we try and do something, it's very difficult. But if we just allow ourselves to be and see what comes along, and then not judge it, whatever comes along, that's acceptance. And that's the foundation of self-love. If you're going through a difficult time emotionally, this story might help you. So I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, significantly better than it was before. It's because of trauma that I went through as a child, and so my nervous system, it's just set that way. It grew up that way. It's a part of me. And now when I have these episodes, I just notice them. It's not pleasant, but I notice it and I'm curious. I don't let it stress me out thinking, oh no, it's starting again, it's going to happen again and again. That's how I used to feel. Now I'm just curious, oh, what triggered it this time? I accepted it's a part of me. It's a part of my nervous system. And I'm curious now. Stopping fighting it. Stopping fighting the feelings like that and accepting them. Loses its power over us. And although I'm likely to have another episode, they don't hurt so much anymore. And so if that level of acceptance feels impossible to reach for you, just by practicing meditation like this, accepting the little things, the subconscious mind, the distractions, just accepting that allows you to exercise that acceptance muscle and that self-love muscle. And eventually you too will be able to reach the point of being able to accept feelings and things within you that have felt unacceptable to you. Even to the point of when you're criticized by others, being able to remain present and say, well, I love that about me. Even if it's a negative thing. So many challenges in life. We don't want to add insult to injury by not accepting ourselves and not loving ourselves on top of it. And so you see, those days when meditation is hard, they can be the best meditations. We get to practice acceptance even more. The only failure in meditation is not doing it in the first place. That's where I'm going to come out of the meditation now. Feel free to carry on if you're enjoying it and you're in deep. Thank you for meditating with me. Don't forget to click like on this video and subscribe if you're not already. Let's do it again tomorrow. If you'd like to come with me into that live channel session now for the members, you can click that join button down there. You'll be invited along, and that happens every day after these live meditations as well. So I'll see you in there.